real head scratcher, and NBA injuries make it tough for the trade. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we got our guy Marcus working hard behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas men's basketball. That's right. They will be at the Moody Center February the 3rd, and we're going to give you a chance to win those tickets. But all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We'll give you the keyword, and you might get a call and say that you won the tickets. All right, let's get into it because this past weekend, tickets were punched. And going into the weekend, we had our thoughts. We thought that one team was going in. We thought that another one was not. And all we got was some great football, defensive football. One game had a snow flurry, and the other had a flurry of scores for that to happen.
Flurry?
Yeah, flurry.
It was a storm.
Blizzard.
Jeez.
The Patriots beat the Broncos in game 1 of Championship Sunday, and the final score was 10-7. And a lot of people can talk about it, say different things. The thing that bothered me the most about the game was the opportunity to take points, and you don't take points with a backup quarterback in the game. If you got your starting quarterback or you've got your people that
take chances,
you can go and have these opportunities where you can go to a play that you know has worked for you multiple times because the chemistry's there, the work is there, the draw up is there, everything's there.
Do it.
But Sean Payton going for it on 4th down, instead of taking the points when they were in a prime position for that, it's going to eat at Denver Bronco fans. It's going to eat at the Denver Broncos organization, and it's going to eat at Sean. No matter how much Sean is that risk taker or he was like, I'm confident in my call, I get it. I get that.
That's all arrogance and hubris. Like, he should have taken the points.
Yeah.
And then they have a great defense, not just a good defense. They have a great cohesive defense. Lean on those guys.
Yeah.
You're in position to score, and maybe something goes wrong and you get the ball back again. But you will never know.
Right. They played great defense. They played unbelievable defense, which is more of the reason why you should take the points.
Yes.
Nobody's scoring. The final score was 10-7. Yes, there were missed field goals in that situation, but they weren't chip shots. That was a chip shot. But the other part of it is Jarrett Stidham has to be smarter. Take the sack. You got to punt the ball. Your defense is playing good.
No muscle memory. Like, he hasn't been playing. And as the game wore on, even though the weather had a lot to do with it, he also looked quarterback fatigue. Not enough reps. He started, when your brain gets tired and you have less oxygen to the brain, you start to make questionable decisions. When he got tired, he started to make questionable decisions. He's got to get in better condition. He's got to go through an off season. You can't do that playing backup, holding a clipboard.
Well, they can't put him in that situation. He's a backup for a reason. He's a backup. You can't run those types of plays.
Ding. Circle gets the square.
You don't put him in that position. Just set it up for the next play.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not that hard to understand that when you're watching the game, and I know we're playing armchair quarterback. That's fine. That's what we do.
They ran him. They had design plays for him to run.
But there should have been more design plays for him to run because he is a good runner with the football. I mean, they're going to the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl with a quarterback that threw for 85 yards. He threw for 85 yards and he ran for 65. They ran the ball because he was making plays with his legs. He didn't have rhythm at the quarterback position.
Well, when you can't see past 10 feet, it's pretty hard to throw the ball. And it would have been to their advantage to say, you know what, we're gonna make an effort to run the ball more and do some sprint option and rollouts. But even that, guys were slipping and falling early in the game when you had a chance and the weather was moderate. They made decisions to not try to just take the score. As the game wore on, it got unplayable. That fourth quarter, like, what a horrible investment. All NFL football should be held in domes. It's too much money on the line. I mean, I'm sure in college, you don't have the money to do that. But in the pros, that is a city thing, not just a team ownership thing. The NFL has got to work out a deal to start profit sharing with the cities that they're in and build domes, because I hate that. I don't want to see no more sloppy NFL football like that when it comes to champions, even a regular game, just a regular season game. I'm just done with the torrential downpours and you have to break out the snow blowers.
What are you talking about, Mark? This is football weather.
Oh, stop it.
Stop it. Come on. That's what everybody believes. It's football weather.
Hey. Well, back in the days, teams were built for this weather. Like teams in cold weather cities were built for cold weather play. These teams were not built to play in this type of conditions, but they're cold weather cities. It just didn't make sense. There's no running game with New England that is on that level to just pound the ball in snow.
Miami is on my side.
Well, not only that,
Miami let's play all our games in domes.
We're in a different day and time. The advancement in building architects are doing this day in and day out. You can't tell me that every stadium can't have a retractable roof.
We're on the same side. I cannot believe this. Guys, y'all take a picture.
Don't lock in on that. Don't lock in on that.
Take a picture of us.
This is a conversation we have at our house every year because it just doesn't make sense that, to Marcus's point, that you live in a place that is going to
Buffalo, Chicago,
have cold
New York
times. And if you're a team, because in reality, some of these teams aren't built to be in the playoffs. So they wouldn't have been out there in those stadiums anyway. But you look at a team like New England, who has 6 Super Bowl championships and going for number 7. And not only that, 12 of these, they need a stadium with a retractable roof because they're going to be in the playoffs.
How many of them could have won? How many championships could they have won if they had a dome and didn't have mistakes based on weather?
I don't know. I think that helped them.
They've been winning because of the weather. Don't forget, they brought out the squeegee to clear out
the snow
blower. They had people come out, Vinatieri kicking in the snow. I mean, that's their mantra. That's how they roll. But the reality of it is both of these teams, cold weather teams, they couldn't get their footing at all. There was nothing that was happening. And at the very beginning, like you said, it was crystal clear. When you get a chance to take points because you know the storm is coming, people have already told you. You got weathermen that are working on the sideline that is working with you that could tell you that.
What? So you go to Green Bay, and I know why their stadium is the way it is. It's just tradition, garbage. I'm tired of hearing. But at least in Green Bay, they have the little Caterpillar bulldozers in between plays. They're running the lines, snow blowing the field. Like they're prepared for that. I just don't think that Denver was, and it snows there all the time.
Like all the time.
And they just were not prepared. It's horrible, man.
It was a bad look. And but that's football. And that's the way that football plays. And that's how players get done. In the other game, the Seattle Seahawks continue to put that pressure on the NFC, and now they're going to put that pressure on the New England Patriots as they beat the LA Rams. My pick to go to the Super Bowl, the Rams, 31-27. And this game was a true back and forth game. So you look at that game with Denver and the Patriots, and you're like, oh my God, look at this snow. Then you look at what happened in Seattle. It was clear as the driven snow. And here's the other part. Not New England, excuse me. If Minnesota isn't slapping themselves about letting Sam Darnold go after he put up the numbers he put up in that offense, and then he can go and leave. And this is a guy that started his career seeing ghosts. And now he's seeing the ghost of Russell Wilson by going to the Super Bowl.
No, those are the green uniforms called the New York Jets.
See, you're misreading the whole deal. You're talking about the fans being upset. You know who's really upset? Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Yep.
He went from the penthouse to the outhouse.
He's just out there running.
Just running routes, and the ball is never there. I mean, I don't know how many catches he had this year or how many yards he had, but I know it was a career low.
Yeah, he's looking at that and saying, wow, this was my quarterback. This was the guy that I had.
This is what y'all did to me?
This is what the guy that I had. He still had 1,000 yards. He had 1,000 yards.
How many touchdowns?
7, I think. Hold on. Touchdowns this year? No, he only had 2 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
2
Imagine
touchdowns.
Justin Jefferson, the guy that was on the cover of the video game last year. He was the face of
the Madden curse continues.
The Madden curse.
At least he was healthy. He made it
At least
through.
he didn't get hurt.
Exactly. He made it through
Whew.
there. Last year, he had 10 touchdowns. He had 1,500 yards, and he had 103 receptions.
That is crazy. Oh, my God. Bless his heart, man.
And now he is looking for love in all the wrong places.
Man, I would ask them to trade me making a decision like that. That's horrible.
And his yards per reception was down. Last year, he was 14.9. This year, he was 12.5. And again, it is because he had a different moment in time where Sam Darnold, who has been much maligned, is now looking like the star of the show, and now he's getting his chance to shine in the Super Bowl.
Don't you think it would have been much better this year? He got another year to foster these relationships with these receivers and really know them. That we'll never see that.
Oh, you talking about in Minnesota?
In Minnesota,
oh, yeah. But
if Sam Darnold would have spent another year,
they would have probably been a team in the NFC.
They would have been a playoff.
Representing.
Yeah.
They would have definitely been a playoff team. But here, because last year they were a playoff team.
Right.
But we got bad Sam Darnold, and everybody was talking about this.
He only played bad 2 games of the season.
And they were at the end of the season. So therefore, that's why people were kind of worried about what he was going to do in the playoffs. And all he did was come out and dominate in back-to-back games where
career success.
Something that's very useful is Smith,
Who?
the receiver, the Jigma.
Jackson and Jigba. Yeah, I mean,
I can't say his name either.
Yeah, I didn't even want to try it.
I'm
glad you did, because there would have been a clip.
Yeah, that boy was playing his butt off the first half for sure.
Yeah,
he made catches that we've only seen like 3 or 4 receivers in the history of football make. And I mean, he was out of his mind.
Yeah, he is definitely
suction cup hands.
One of those guys that you continue to look at, and he may be the one who wins the offensive player of the year because of the numbers that he put up. It's been truly remarkable watching him become the player that he has.
You think he'll actually get it now?
Offensive player of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a regular season award, so.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I mean, he is definitely somebody that has done amazing things in Seattle. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
First off, don't even go there. You didn't even have to be. Yeah, I'm like, what is he talking about? You can't even get into this one.
I'm gonna stop messing with you because, guys, I went back and looked at some of the highlights from Bijan yesterday, and Bijan did a couple of things this year that should be physically impossible. I'm starting to be on the Bijan bandwagon. I'm starting after what I've seen, man. He does.
I was ruined. It's kind of stuck in my throat there. Stuck in my throat.
No, it's out.
I was ruined.
It's out now. He did Eric Metcalf stuff this season.
Yeah.
And you can't deny it.
Always has done that, by the way.
Man, listen. The dude got another, like it's two of them out there.
Just know he's been doing that for a while.
Tackle the one on the left.
He's been doing this for a while.
He's shifty. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. He's definitely that guy.
Can we pray though that he gets a coordinator that understands how to use him?
Oh, what you talking about, Bijan?
Yes.
Oh yeah. We'll see what ends up happening with Bijan and Atlanta and what their moves are going to be. But when Stefanski, I think they already got their offensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look at it in just a second. But now we have a Super Bowl where we have the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks doing it once again after a decade away from each other. Now they are back in the Super Bowl. We've got 4 participants that are former Texas Longhorns: Byron Murphy, Michael Dixon on the Seattle side of things, with Quandre Diggs, who is on the practice squad right now. He's part of that squad as well. And Brendan Schooler, who played damn near every position at the University of Texas, is now the guy over at New England. He's the special teams player of the year all the time. He's a Pro Bowler. And now he is also going to the Super Bowl. So no matter what, the Texas Longhorns will have a Super Bowl champion to be represented.
And that Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees.
Tommy Rees, there you go. Yeah, he was not very good. He was not very good at
I'm going to go home and look up Tommy Rees' offensive history.
He was not very good at one point. People were very mad at him. He played quarterback at Notre Dame. A lot of folks were wondering if Tommy Rees was going to be the offensive coordinator. And yeah, he is that. He was the passing game coordinator and OC in Cleveland, which is why they brought him with them. He was at Notre Dame at one point, and he was at Alabama in 2023.
He's a Stefanski guy.
He's a Stefanski guy.
I've already forgotten his name.
Yeah, Tommy Rees. Tommy Rees, former quarterback at
He's
Notre
a puppet.
Dame.
He brought Stefanski brought a puppet with him. That's all he did.
Well, he brought somebody that understood his offense, which was abysmal. But it did produce a Pro Bowl quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. So
and you didn't want him. And he missed the first 6 games.
Yeah, he's in the Pro Bowl because everybody else decided they weren't playing in it. Bo Nix is hurt.
Mike, you always come in here with these down questions.
Yeah, Mike. Shut up, Mike. Shut up. He made it to the playoffs.
Who did?
I mean, not the playoffs. He made it to the Pro Bowl.
Come on, man. You know who's not playing in the Pro Bowl?
Who?
Daniel Jones, Bo Nix.
Everybody else.
Exactly.
Hey,
Drake May, Josh Allen.
What's the best ability?
Availability to go
There
play.
you go. He is available.
I want to know how many times on the list that they go down.
It was like, well, this guy's ahead of him.
Wait, Tyrod Taylor can't go play.
Oh, this guy's no. Who's next?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he's hurt too?
Exactly.
What's the dude that keep coming back for the slam dunk contest in the NBA that doesn't play?
McClung?
Yeah, they probably try to trot him out there.
Yeah, I'm like, you start looking at all the teams in the AFC. Drake May, he's in the Super Bowl, so he's not playing in it. Josh Allen's hurt, he's not playing in it. Why didn't they take Tua? Why didn't they take Tua?
What?
Yeah, why didn't they take Tua?
Throw it to the other team, Tua?
Yes.
No.
Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow.
Lamar and Joe Jackson.
Him too.
Joe Jackson might be available.
Joe Jackson is not available. I promise you that.
That's right.
Yeah, Joe Jackson is not.
Room.
He is not available. Samuel L. Jackson is available.
Lamar's dad.
Yeah, they filling out the birth certificate DNA test. But yeah, so we do have our Super Bowl. Not this weekend, but the following weekend. We have a week or 2 weeks off, and then they'll be ready to go February the 8th. So we'll be ready as well. Let's get into Texas basketball, as the Texas basketball team had a big weekend this past weekend against the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia came in ranked and left with a pie on the face. But it did not take that long till Texas, in the end of the first half, was struggling throughout the game. And then in the second half, they went to work. And here are some of the sounds from the game.
From Swain to Tremont Mark out on the left wing, guarded by Marcus Smurf Millender, who just checked in for Georgia. And Mark steps around him and knocks down an 18-footer. Now goes off to Weaver, top of the arc. Weaver trying to dribble, penetrate, drive, stops, off the glass, and he scores. Out front, Vocatitis to the left side. Swain behind a Vocatitis screen, a three-pointer good for Davis. Out 5 on the shot clock, off to Mark, trying to drive inside, off to Swain, has to shoot another 3. It's good! Knocked it down right at the shot clock buzzer. Back-to-back threes by Dalen Swain, and the Longhorns are back within 2 at 21-19. Back out front, picked off by Swain. Dalen in transition, driving, going to go around Wilkinson, who blocked his shot, but then Tremont Mark flies in off the carom with a slam dunk. Vocatitis has it, dribble, pulls it back out front to the right side. Now off to Tremont Mark, guarded by Jeremiah Wilkinson. Drives past and bounce pass. There it is, to Vocatitis, a slam dunk. Left side on the dribble, Jordan Ross. And the ball taken out of his hands. Pope tipped it, picked up by Swain. Pope to Mark, driving in to score off the glass. Dalen Swain, bounce pass in for Vocatitis, but it's broken up. That's a turnover, but then Swain gets it right back. Picks off the pass. Here's Dalen, driving, crossover, Euro, scores off the glass. Dalen Swain with 14. The Longhorns on a 10-0 run into the corner now. How about Wilcher for 3? Nope, off the rim, no good, but a deep rebound run down for Texas by Weaver. To Mark for 3, and it's good. Tremont buries another. He has 17. Mark still on the dribble, down to 3, down to 2, fires a contested 3, missed it, too strong, off the back iron, rebound, tip loose to Swain in the paint, jumper good, and he's fouled. With it, pass thrown back out, intercepted by Swain. Dalen's going to pull it out, and that is going to do it. The Longhorns are going to win this thing going away. They will outscore Georgia in the second half, 57-30, and win it by 20. Final score this afternoon here from Moody Center in Austin. The Texas Longhorns 87 and the Georgia Bulldogs 67.
Texas flipped the script in the second half. They went into halftime down 7, 37-30. But as you heard from Craig Way, 57 points in the second half was too much for the Georgia Bulldogs to overcome. They were outscored by 27 and end up winning the game by 20, 87-67. Dalen Swain played another smooth attacking style of basketball. Tremont Mark was getting to his spot where he wanted to be on the mid-range. Jordan Pope, in and out, inconsistent early, but came back and finished strong, going 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And Matis Vocatitis continues to be physical on the inside part of the game. Still needs to have stronger hands when it comes to the ball, because there's been a couple times he's been driving to the basket and he loses the ball. He needs to be a little bit stronger. And Kendall Weaver continues to be the glue guy, the hustle guy for this basketball team.
Well, we broke down what we thought was the problem. Vocatitis has got to keep both hands on the ball. He's very used to using his off arm to pivot on people and to push off. listen, cut the Shane Gildress Alexander stuff down. No more pushing off. Just go up and shoot.
Yeah.
And like this game there was not a lot of turnovers. Both teams had, like 12 turnovers, 13 turnovers.
Yeah.
And the fouling in the second half, play like that the rest of the season, guys. That's all you got to do. Look at the second half and say, this is the way we're going to play. They had a few fouls in the first half.
Starting the game, they almost called a foul on the jump ball.
I know.
But they called a violation. And all of us that were there, the reporters, we all just looked at each other and said, he did say, if there is a way that we could foul, we will commit it.
And he almost did it.
He almost did it on the jump ball.
In the second half, though, they did really good at moving their feet and not fouling and not reaching.
Yep.
What happened? Did they go in halftime and Coach Miller just said, okay, the next guy that fouls or makes a dumb frustration foul, you're coming out of the game?
He did that. There was a foul 94 feet away from the basket. He made a foul. It was Jordan Pope, subbed him right out of the game. Tremont Mark fouling a jump shooter. Come on over here and sit down for a little bit.
They was like, Coach, serious now.
Yeah, he was serious.
Yeah, and they decided that they needed to make the adjustment, and it is important.
But sometimes you got to coach that way. You don't want to.
Right.
Like, this ain't high school. Like, you're in college. Like, and it's your job now.
You signed up for this, bro.
You signed up for it, and you take the checks.
Yep.
Do the job correctly, or you face the consequence. If you and I come on the radio, decide that this is not terrestrial radio, we're gonna yak it up.
Oof.
How long will we be on the air?
About as long as it took us to get on the air to this
Hey, by the way, we had some technical difficulties earlier in the show. We apologize.
For those that are just now tuning in, welcome. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Marcus did his thing, guys. I wish I could have recorded some of it, but I was over here down in the dumps because we didn't go on the air. I pouted a little bit. I'm sorry, Marcus, but good job.
It was out of his control. But I do understand that there are some things out there with this Texas basketball team that we continue to look at, the importance of being disciplined and understanding your role on each team and each game. But the thing that has impressed me the most is that every time they come up against a ranked team, they find a way to get it done.
It's going to look good when it comes time for Selection Sunday. Because
they put themselves in a good spot right now.
Yeah, they've already won against good teams, and they have to beat the rest of these guys.
There's a lot that is going to happen. Texas will take on Auburn tomorrow. Big-time matchup on the road against a hot Auburn basketball team. They've won 3 in a row, playing good on both ends of the floor. So Texas going on the road for that challenge is going to be clutch for them. So hopefully they have grown from each of these moments in finding a way to get it done. We're here. We're up and running on the morning kickoff, a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. When we come back, we're going to talk NBA. Yes, some guys are hurt. Does that mess up the trade value? I would say so. And we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go check out the Texas Longhorns. That's right. Texas men's basketball coming up. And I'll give you all the news right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone. Texas basketball is back on the hardwood, and AM 1300 The Zone is your home for every bucket.
How about poke for three?
How about it? Every dunk.
Now drives, baseline, goes up with a two-handed jam. Oh, what a throwdown.
Every heart-stopping moment.
Tremont drives in, off the glass. No! It's good. Here's Taylor, 2 seconds. Launches from midcourt. Off the rim, no good. Texas wins the game.
All season long on The Zone.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. That's pay. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Some minor brake taps being caused by a wreck on the 130 toll road northbound at Moore Road, but some good news on 290 eastbound. The accident that was affecting the interchange ramp over to 183 has been taken care of. But be careful out and about on the roads this morning. We're still under an extreme cold warning until 9 o'clock. Watch out for some possible slick spots. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Football playoff action continues to heat up, and BetOnline gives you more ways to play. The latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game action, so you never miss a moment of the road to the big game. When the game is over, check out BetOnline Casino with hundreds of the hottest slots, classic table games, and massive jackpots waiting to be hit. Plus, don't forget their VIP program with exclusive level-up bonuses, weekly cash boost, and rewards designed for serious players. Head to BetOnline today. Because of BetOnline, the game starts here.
Is mind control real? Can you hypnotically persuade someone to buy a car, to sleep with you? What about using it to create a better you? In our new podcast, Mind Games, we're going to find out.
What's something you always dreamed of doing, fantasized about doing, but haven't let yourself dare?
The premise is your mind is a computer, and you just never got the manual. But once you crack the code, anything's possible. For better and for worse. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Mind Games, and listen now.
What goes better with a meal? Bacon. At Heartland Steakco, they take their bacon seriously. From their double smoked hickory to their honey jalapeno, which brings sweet and spicy together for the perfect combination, to their all-new bacon flavors like whiskey peppercorn with its smoky richness, to their applewood double smoked bacon that's smoked over real applewood chips, to their all-new maple bourbon bacon, which brings out the subtle notes of maple and bourbon for a rich taste. Heartland Steakco has your bacon and USDA Midwestern beef ready to ship and delivered straight to your door. Don't wait. Order today for yourself, a friend, or anyone who loves that true Midwest taste. Ordering is easy at heartlandsteakco.com. And right now, when you spend $199.99 or more, you'll get free shipping plus 2 pounds of bacon with promo code BACON. Go and get your bacon from heartlandsteakco.com. That's heartlandsteakco.com, promo code BACON. Taste the Heartland difference.
Oh, we're going to be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're going to miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over? You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Para muchas familias del país, tener un día de tranquilidad es difícil. Le pasa a Remy y su familia que viven en Los Ángeles.
A veces tengo que ayudarle a mi mamá.
Lo bueno es que Remy descubrió que el bosque, ese respiro que necesita, está realmente cerca.
A mí me gusta aquí. Quiero venir muchas más veces con mi familia.
Tu familia también puede disfrutar de la tranquilidad del bosque a menos de 90 minutos. Entra en descubreelbosque.org y encuentra el bosque más cercano. El bosque, más cerca de lo que crees. Un mensaje del Servicio Forestal de los Estados Unidos y el Ad Council.
We all use AI, but here, it never pretends it's real. AM 1300 The Zone. Guaranteed human.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Make sure you get over to that red microphone on AM 1300 The Zone on that free iHeart Radio app. Tap that microphone and leave me the keyword slam. Slam is the keyword of the day to be able to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas versus South Carolina men's basketball, February the 3rd at the Moody Center. We'll give you a chance to win all week, but today's keyword is slam. Slam is your keyword of the day to win a pair of tickets to go see Texas versus South Carolina at the Moody Center.
Mark almost got me started when he humming that slam.
Making noise, B-boys. Come on, man.
Y'all go ahead, finish.
We did.
I'm a big boy standing up.
Whoa. Easy now. There's some. Whoa, no more coffee for Marcus.
Way too much. Okie dokie.
Well, you the one started. You told him to
let
finish.
Let me know when y'all done. I didn't know we were gonna get the remix. So let's get into it, man, because the NFL is kind of a crazy place. You know, we talked about the fact that we have the Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. But during this time in between, you have coaches finding new homes, and none bigger than the person who found a new home in Pittsburgh than Mike McCarthy. We talked about this going away, and we said I said Mike McCarthy lives from Pittsburgh. He's a guy that they have been talking to, they've been interested in, and they made the choice to go with Mike McCarthy. Now, if you know anything if you know anything about the Pittsburgh Steelers, all three of their previous head coaches had zero head coaching experience.
Right.
They came straight in, took the job, and each of those coaches won Super Bowls. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin steps away. You think hot coordinator, somebody that's up and coming,
35 years old,
somebody that can be there for a long time.
Right.
Well, they decided, you know what? We're going to buck the trends. We're going to change the way we do things, and we're going to go after our own Mike McCarthy, who will probably be there for 5 years, if that.
He might stretch it out to 83.
Why? Why would he want?
I'm joking.
You saw what happened to Pete Carroll.
He coached it. Mike McCarthy coached in high school in Pittsburgh. He coached at University of Pittsburgh.
He is 62 years old.
I know. And now he's the coach of the pro team. He's coached at every level in that city. The people know him. He's from there. He grew up there. Like, I think it's a good move from the standpoint of familiarity, but like you said, he's an older gentleman, and he's not there for the long haul. And that's what traditionally the Steelers have done. We obviously see change. So maybe they go after guys in free agency that they haven't done that before. They've always been guys that cultivated their talent and moved in with their draft picks. Well, they're going to have to go out in free agency to rebuild that team. And I think that quarterback is one of those spots. If they go out and get Aaron, convince him to come back another year, I don't think that's going to be good for the future of that team.
I don't think so either. And that's why it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out now that they have their coach. In other coaching news, Mike McDaniel took the OC job in LA to take the reins as the Chargers OC. Now we'll get to see what Justin Herbert can do with this offense. He has the ability. He needs to make sure he has the timing. And we all said it. Mike McDaniel may not be a great head coach, but he's a damn good offensive coordinator, and he will be able to help that offense be a little bit more explosive. They have the playmakers. They probably need to go get a guy on the outside, another wide receiver. But for Mike McDaniel, I think this is the perfect place for him to be. I want to get into the NBA because the NBA is starting to heat up, and we're closer and closer to the All-Star game. And they've already went to the halfway point. Now they're past that. But news in sports always is around the big names, especially when the trade rumors are starting to heat up. But here's the difference. The names that we were originally talking about, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jonathan Kuminga, and, of course, Ja Morant, all three of these guys are dealing with injuries now. So how much more? Because when you make a trade at this point, aren't you making the trade to get yourself advanced in the playoffs? Isn't this for a
Make your team better.
championship run? And I get it. Some of it will flow over to next year as well. But this is the time that you want to make that type of move. And as I look at this type of move, who's going to take Ja Morant, who's dealing with the elbow sprain? Who's going to want to take Giannis, who's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a calf strain? And then Jonathan Kuminga, he's been banged up too. And they got Jimmy Butler that is out for the rest of the season.
You know what calf strains lead to, right?
Yeah, Achilles
Injuries.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trading for Giannis. I'm not. Stay there, because if he doesn't rest that thing and he comes back too soon, he's going to join Kevin Durant. He's going to join Jason Tatum. What's our guy, Tyrese Halliburton, who confirmed that he would come on the show here pretty soon. Like there's so many guys that had that high calf injury, and then 6 weeks later, boom, Achilles tear.
And I don't think they're gonna want to trade Jonathan Kuminga. They need him in Golden State.
Correct.
Yeah.
But to Mark's point of what he was talking about last week, do you just blow the whole thing up? I say no, but reports are looking as if that might be the move for the Golden State Warriors.
Listen, I would try my best to keep Steph Curry. I want him to end his career, but he may not want to end his career playing for a team that wins 20 games a year.
No. They are still sitting in the number 8 spot right now at 26-22. So there is that possibility of them being able to hang on, get into the playoffs, and you never know what's going to happen. But you look at how the NFC, you look at how the West is being played. OKC continues to be at the top, 37-10, followed by San Antonio, 31-15. Denver, same record. Houston, 28-16. Lakers, 28-17. And Minnesota rounds out the top 6 at 28-19.
That is Fugazi, however you want to say it. The Lakers, they win games that me, you, and Marcus could, with a couple other players, could beat.
Okay.
But you got to win them, though.
Okay, chill with me, you, and yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to win. You got to win those games. And they are playing those games, and you got to win them. Yes, there's going to be some tough games, but they always say, win the games you're supposed to.
Okay.
And everything else will
then if you get lucky and get in the playoffs, then anything can happen.
If you are the better team, go out there and win it. Detroit still leads the Eastern Conference 33-11. Boston 29-17. Toronto 29-19. Shout out to Jamal Shed. New York 27-18. Cleveland 28-20, and the Philadelphia 76ers round out the top 6 at 24-21. Those other games, they won't be playing games. Milwaukee is at 11th place, not even in consideration for the playoffs at this point. Coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Heading northbound on 130, watch out for reports of an accident around Moore Road. Closer to downtown, we also have a crash on Navasota Street near A Street at 7th Street. Looking at the drive over on Mopac going northbound, no delays right now from Barton Skyway over to Enfield Road. It's under 5 minutes to make that drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging and replacement, batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hardge here, and the new year is rolling in at Covert Chevy Hutto. If 2026 is about fresh starts and bigger moves, it's time to upgrade what you drive. Right now, start the year strong with $15,000 off MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500. Or cruise into the new year in style with $5,198 off MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Blazer 2LT. See dealer for details. New year, new ride, real Chevy power. That's Covert Chevy Hutto, right off of Highway 79. CoverChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years, and why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com. Thomas J. Henry. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
Save on best of season fruits at Whole Foods Market. Get Sumo Citrus for $3.49 per pound with Prime through January 27th. Celebrate citrus season with this sweet yet tart essential. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Introducing True Earnings Checking from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Earnings that are almost too good to be true. Earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. It's simple. Just deposit at least $1,500 in new money and make 15 debit card transactions each month. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Even if you miss the requirements. Open your account online or at any of our 24 Austin area locations. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Rates subject to change without notice. Federally insured by NCUA.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, an extreme cold warning for your Tuesday morning. Mostly sunny, a high in the upper 40s. Clear tonight, a low in the upper 20s. Wednesday, mostly sunny, a high of 57, a low near 30.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging and replacement, batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Before it was vintage, it was a revolution. This smells like the 90s. A decade that tore up the rulebook and defined a new world of alternative. Nirvana, Alanis, Pearl Jam, Weezer, No Doubt, and more. With commercial-free weekends. Your favorite era? Just a tap away. Open the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
iHeartRadio. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Your home for the Texas Longhorns.
You heard it? That's what he do. What he do is bring you those world's strongest. He's the WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Here we are again, guys. We got by some technical difficulties today. We got by Hard just glitching. I wish I had that on video. It was pretty special to me. And I just want to say happy birthday, brother.
Appreciate it.
Man, we made it another year. I say we, like it's our birthday.
It is.
But happy birthday. Guys, my take today is based off the conversation that we had about what's going on with this current NBA and the rebuilding of some of these teams that they're failing. And if you're gonna go down in flames. This is the time. This is the draft. This is going to be market. Yeah, I said it. I'm saying it with my chest. This is going to be the draft that everybody talks about for years and years. It's going to be like the Jordan draft. They have 5 guys that you can start your franchise with, cornerstone type players. I'm going to go through the top 5. Darren Peterson. As close to a Dwayne Wade clone as we've seen in years. 6'5", he's bigger than Dwayne Wade. Stronger than Dwayne Wade. Maybe not as fast, but very fast. Explosive player that can get to the basket and will dunk on you, and he's got the best passing ability in the draft. Out of all of the other guards that come like Flemings and Brown, he's a better passer. And then you have AJ Dispenza. And if you haven't seen him at BYU, guys, make it your mission to watch him play. He's Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki kind of rolled into one. Like he's recreated. He really plays like Kevin Garnett, which is awesome to see. Cameron Boozer. You can't lose. Tim Duncan reincarnated. The guy can pass it. He's an incredible defender. And he can score, shoot the 3. Like, where's the weakness? Very high IQ. Sometimes the coach goes through him. Normally you go through your guard to get the plays called. You see him going to the bench all the time, talking to the coach, and then he comes on the floor and dictates what the players do. Caleb Wilson, man, North Carolina, he reminds me a lot of a Sean Kemp type player. He posts up well. Karl Malone, really, really strong off the pick and roll. and is a strong defensive player, but he's more in the mold of the modern big guy. Like the guys that we grew up seeing, but with this new school flavor. And then you go to all of the other guys, that there's probably another 5 guys that'll be NBA starters right after those 5. This is the time. I'm not saying tank. I'm saying that if you have a problem like Golden State does, where you have these up in age players that are not going to get better, they've had their best days, ship them off. Ship them off and get as much as you can for them and build toward the future, which is going to make your team. You're not going to win it when you blow it up.
Right.
What say you?
Well, I just, as a competitor, it's hard to just blow things up, right? Like, because you're a player. You want to win every single time you step on the court. So I can't go out there and just be tanking. And the FBI and CIA are watching you nowadays.
I didn't say tank.
What you just said?
I said blow it up. The byproduct of blowing a team up that has a lot of cohesiveness is you don't play well.
In other words, don't tank, stank.
There you go. Good job, Marcus.
No, it's still the same. I don't
It's
want
not
to be
the same.
I don't want to be a part of stanking.
If I'm
or tanking.
if I'm an owner of a team, I want one of these franchise guys on my team.
Didn't you think you had that before? How'd you get?
Okay,
your
we're
franchise
talking
guy?
about Golden State. We're talking about Golden State.
Right.
How did they build that team? Through the draft.
Mark Jackson actually built that team.
They built it through the draft.
Yeah.
I didn't say who.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I said how.
Yeah, they went out. They went through the
They
draft.
did it through the draft.
Right.
And they were a suffering franchise when they got Curry, when they got Draymond Green from Michigan State, and then when they went and got Klay Thompson. Like, those guys came from a one draft. So, like, it took 2 years. Yes. It took 2 years after that. Steph Curry will be at the end of his career probably at that point, but he'll still be good enough to lead young guys to a championship.
He's getting long in the tooth, and he's been running around quite a bit. But my question to you, and I'm really serious about this, as a business owner, especially franchise, you don't want to lose. You don't.
No, you don't.
And it's hard for you to convince your constituents, your fans that are paying all this money. Hey guys, we're trying to build for our future.
Tell them what I just said.
But we're trying to build for our future. Be patient with us. Make sure you still come and fill those seats for us, though.
You were patient when we drafted Steph Curry. You were patient
because
when
they didn't
we
have
drafted
nothing
Klay
before.
Thompson.
They didn't have nothing. Once you start winning, Mark, nobody wants to lose. Once you have won championships.
Because they had the magic elixir. Now they don't want to go back to drinking.
You remember what it tasted like. You remember what it tasted like when you was drinking Mad Dog 22.
They don't go for drinking champagne.
And now you popping
the
Cristal.
Mad Dog.
It's a different taste.
But Mark, you saying what it sounds like you saying this draft is pretty deep, right?
This draft is really deep.
So why would you need the tank? Somebody's gonna you're gonna be drafted
I
in a spot.
I don't want the 10th great guy when I can get one of the top 3. The top 5 guys, either any one of them, pick one of them. Any one of those top 5 guys, they're gonna be stars in the NBA. Watch, I'm telling you, I've been wrong before, but I'm not wrong right now.
Stars.
They're gonna be stars in the NBA because they just have tools that other guys don't have.
Fair enough. Another great take by the world's strongest man. When we come back, Deion Sanders is doing something in Colorado that I'm curious to if other universities are doing this. We'll talk about it and send you to Dan Patrick right after these messages on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on that iHeartRadio app.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
I'm not going to throw my broadcast crew under the bus, but I will tell you this. Best producer I've ever worked with, Bill Hartwell, carried with him a yellow flag. So if there was a penalty, he would wave it, but he would do it unobtrusively. Shipley takes off with a punt return. Bill goes into reach to pull out the flag, but it flew out of his hands right in mid-sentence there. There's a flag on the play. Yeah, the flag was on text, so it didn't matter.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Heading northbound on 130, watch out for reports of an accident around Moore Road. Closer to downtown, we also have a crash on Navasota Street near 8th Street at 7th Street. Looking at the drive over on Mopac going northbound, no delays right now from Barton Skyway over to Enfield Road. It's under 5 minutes to make that drive. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Visit iHeartAdvertising.com. Again, that's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the WIAA, are the 174,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Washington. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Tomorrow we will have a full show for you. Sorry for the delay. We had technical difficulties. You never know what's going to happen with the freeze and everything else. Be careful, be careful, be careful. We want to bring you infotainment as always. So we decided to come in and let you hear our voices as we bring it to you, as we always do. Make sure you tune in this afternoon for the Craig Way Show. Craig and our guy Jake Herman bringing you up to date on all the happenings around the 40 acres and, of course, around the sports world. And, of course, they can see as well. All right, I want to get into this because look, the only reason why this may be a story is because it's Deion Sanders and the conversation is always going to be him. We poked fun at the fact that, I poked fun at the fact that Shedeur is a Pro Bowler. Can't take that from him. It's going to be on his resume. It's on there. But in Colorado, Deion has done something that I'm sure coaches have probably thought about, may not have done it yet, but it's in place at Colorado. And that is he plans to issue fines for players if they have misconduct. And the fines start off pretty reasonable. Late to practice, $500.
Okay, that's reasonable.
You're making money now. You're college athletes, but you're getting paid.
Okay.
And you still have your responsibilities on the football field and to this team. I'm going to start fining you like a pro. $500 if you're late to practice. If you don't come to practice, $2,500 coming out your pocket. Late to a meeting or film, $400. No show for the meeting or film session, $2,000. Late for conditioning, that's $1,000. No show for conditioning, that's $1,500. You late for treatment, $1,000. No show for treatment, $1,500. Violation of the team rules, they go from $1,000 to $2,500. Public or social misconduct. Say something crazy on your social media, go out there, and as my grandfather used to say, act a gump, $2,000 to $5,000.
Whoa.
Yeah. You want to be professional? I'm going to teach you the consequences of not handling your business. So Deion Sanders is letting his players know you're going to be on time, you're going to be in the front of the class, and don't be posting nothing crazy.
I'm raising my hand. Mr. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. Carter. Where does the money go that they collect from these athletes?
Who knows? It's a GoFund Deion.
A charity foundation of the coach's choice.
Yeah. Deion's private equities.com. LLC.
I don't know if the university gonna dig that.
Oh, they're gonna have to. Because this is money of being a professional. And $2,000 for being a gump, as my grandpa say, you gonna get that. And then you think about it too. Okay, if you are gonna not show up for practice,
like who does that?
It better be something major. Like you might be in an embankment.
Hey, if you get arrested or you get held over for speeding, still. That's just an excuse.
You speed because you late.
There you go.
Plan accordingly. You living in the cold weather. Get to where you need to be in Colorado.
I like this though.
Me too.
They should have some of these fines should be about academics too. You're a student athlete.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to unwrap when it comes to all of this, but I'm sure other schools are doing something like this. Because remember, back in the day, if you were late for practice, you had to run extra.
Yeah.
You had to hit the steps. You had to do
That's
something.
taken away from team development.
Oh, I was at the end of practice. You gonna practice.
Oh, that's on your time.
Yeah. Because you want to be late, we're gonna make you stay a little bit later, and you're gonna run these bleachers. You're gonna run this track, and you're gonna be out here for a while.
Hey, I need you to start on the goal line. I need you to touch every line on the field.
Until I'll be back, and you better not cut no corners.
The camera's rolling.
Oh yeah. Hey, eye in the sky don't lie. Ain't that what they say? And they got you.
Oh,
how they got us on tape? No, they got you playing.
They got you on tape.
How they got us? Oh, they ain't got nothing to do with us. That has everything.
I'm not French.
So do you think other schools have implemented this?
If they don't, they should. But I'm wondering if the price is that high, because Deion said some pretty steep prices.
These kids are making some pretty good money.
That's true too.
I mean, these kids are getting paid.
800.
They're getting money.
$1 million a year.
Some. That's what the word on the street is for some people, because everybody pocket watching. Only time I'm pocket watching is when I'm finding you, and I want you to make sure that right there. Please bring it in all ones, just to make sure. Just to make sure.
Yeah,
that's the biggest punishment of all. All ones.
All ones.
I would have them go to the bank. I want
$2 bills.
I want $2 bills, ones, and nickels.
No, I don't want all that change rocking around, man. I don't
But
want
I want them to carry it.
I don't want them to jiggle. I want them to fold. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I got people that's gonna take it to the bank and put it in big bills.
Yeah.
I'll put it in that account.
Oh, you want them to tote it for you?
I just want them. I want to see them carry $1,000 nickels.
Coming out with a big old money bag.
All right, they're gonna need a wheelbarrow.
That's more work. More work.
You know what I'm saying? Listen. I only want change.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Like, you're gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna be one too.
Well, you start to think about how this all went down and how he's talked about the entire journey of these players. Fellas, I'm just going to teach you what it's going to be like at the next level. Some of you will get it, some of you won't. But one thing you will not do is mess up my program by being late and being disrespectful. That is the two things that you know that Deion stands for.
I love it. Everything that I love about Deion Sanders, there's still a couple of things that that just irk me, and that's the fact that he just size is like one of the number one things. And I just saw an interview where he was talking about somebody brought up Pons, the corner from Indiana. He said he couldn't play for me.
Okay, let me ask you this. Aren't you the same guy that says you're a sizes?
I am a sizes.
Just not the small ones?
I don't mind. Hey, listen, if you honey badger, if you like ponds, then your size is appropriate.
You got exceptions.
I think
there's exceptions to every rule.
I think Pons is 27-year-old 5'8" Diego Pavia size.
Hey, I don't care. He good.
I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank Marcus. I want to thank you, the people. We'll be back up and running. Full show tomorrow. Make sure you tune in and lock in with us. We have our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. And we're going to get Joe Cook back on as well, because we love our conversations with Joe Cook. Just remember this, folks. Have a great day. Be careful and don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar.
Is he really 27?
Peace.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent